Guys, so I really wanted my first shot in this video to be of me like looking really nice and this and that, but I think that I'm actually gonna make this video kind of like a get ready with me. So for now, I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna start this get ready with me, but I thought that it would be nice for you to see the transformation of what I look like after I take a shower. Okay, hi. So I've got my little setup. I put my setup on top of my phone charger. Perfect. I'm really, okay, let's start out by saying I'm really gonna try to not look in the little thing right here, not look at myself, but I'm always checking to make sure I'm in focus. So I'm gonna do my best. What I'm gonna do today is I'm actually going to take some questions off of Google, and I'm just gonna go ahead and answer those questions and just do that while I get ready and put my makeup on. The reason I'm doing this is not because I think there are a bunch of people out there who are interested in knowing a bunch of pointless information about me. Really the biggest reason is I know that in, you know, however many years I can look back on this and see how my answers might be different. A little time capsule for myself. That's what I've always considered YouTube, because I used to do YouTube when I was a lot younger. Please do not look at any of those videos. They are horribly embarrassing for me, but I refuse to put them on private because I was very proud of them at the time. So yeah, so let me go ahead and find these questions real quick, find the ones that I think will be good, and I'll get back into this. Okay, here's my makeup. It's a mess right now, but I'm gonna set this over here. I'm gonna prime my face. Okay, so the first question is, what shows am I into? My husband and I watch a lot of TV together, and I would say 90% of the time we're watching anime. Anime has always been a huge favorite of mine. So shows that I'm into as far as anime goes would be Sword Art Online, The Seven Deadly Sins, Death Note. Your Lie in April is really good, but it's really sad. And then, like, other shows that I'm into, I like stupid, silly shit like Trailer Park Boys, The Office, Parks and Rec, and just shit like that. But yeah, it is about 90% anime. Okay, next one is, what's your favorite drink? My favorite non-alcoholic drink, I would say, is probably lemonade. I really like it, like, super tangy and not too sweet. Next, I'm putting on foundation, by the way. My Tarte foundation in the shade Fair. Anyone who's close to me knows that my favorite alcoholic drink is a whiskey sour. And so if you don't know what a whiskey sour is, it's just frozen lemonade, whiskey, powdered sugar, and ice. And believe it or not, it's like the tastiest thing ever. I could chug like a million of them whenever I drink them. I'm not really a huge drinker anymore. I used to drink a lot more than I do now. I say this as a 23-year-old, but I used to drink a lot more than I drink now. I don't do it very often. What are you absolutely determined to do in life? My hair spun. While I am letting my face set, what am I absolutely determined to do in life? If you know me, you know that, like, the first thing that I would say is that I love children and I love animals. Those are the two things in my life that get me out of bed in the morning. Well, I just sincerely hope that one day I can be a mom to both little babies and little baby animals. I personally genuinely feel like that's what I was put on this earth to do. I've actually had people tell me that, like, I'm selling myself short by saying that, but I completely disagree. And the reason that I disagree with that, I don't think that telling yourself that you want to be a mom instead of anything else is selling yourself short, because I think that the most important thing in the world that someone can do, if they choose to do it, that's like a huge disclaimer, like, if you don't want to be a mom, if you don't feel like that's what you're made for, that's you, like, whatever you want to do. The people out there who, like, genuinely feel like they were put on this earth to have kids or to adopt kids and give them a good life, that, I think, is one of the most important jobs that a person can have. That comes second to nurturing yourself and nurturing the people that are close to you, your family. You know, that's a close second for me, is knowing that someday I can give a child a good life. And so that requires me having stability, me having the money to do that, me having a nice, you know, place or whatever I need to have a kid. But I do genuinely feel like that is something I was put on this earth to do. So since I've done my foundation, I am pretty much just going to do my eyebrows and call it a day. I guess, like, you probably wouldn't even call this a get ready with me because all I did was put foundation on. I'm also going to do my lip, but I'm just going to do lips and eyebrows, and then I'm going to skip my eyes just because I wear glasses. So for daily makeup for me, it doesn't really make sense for me to like do a bunch of stuff with my eyes. And also, it can be kind of uncomfortable to do stuff with my eyes and like keep it on all day. I only really do that like when completely necessary, like on my wedding day. Because I'm just not really a huge fan of heavy makeup for myself anymore. I used to wear heavy makeup every day. So I'm just using my e.l.f. palette to fill in some of the color here. Give myself a more defined brow. I'm really not going for anything fancy. You can just see the difference between that one and how this one's just a little bit more defined than that one. I really want it to look natural, especially because I'm not going to be wearing any other makeup besides my lips. Ooh, I really like this question a lot. How different was your life 1 year ago? And the reason I like this question so much is because my life is crazy different than it was a year ago. And it's a very, very positive change. I would love to say that because I'm very proud of it. So 1 year ago, I was in the hospital for issues with my mental health. I was having suicidal thoughts. I was hurting myself through my habits with eating, and I was just generally not happy. I was very unhappy. I spent a lot of my time just doing what I had to do to be an adult, which is go to work and pay my bills. I'd come home and all I'd wanted to do was sleep. All I wanted to do was lay there, and I felt like I was constantly in agony. I went to this hospital, and for personal reasons, I won't, share the hospital. If you have questions about it, please feel free to, ask me, because I'm happy to give out more information about them, because they completely changed. I honestly say that since then, I have not had any suicidal thoughts, which is huge. I still battle every day with depression and anxiety, and I am far from being over that. But I do not struggle with suicidal thoughts anymore, which is wonderful. Like, yay for me. Let me put on my lips here. There, my lips done. So this is what the video is mostly supposed to be about. And that's why I asked a few questions and kind of got us here, because I wasn't exactly sure how to start out talking about something like this. How do you start out talking about wanting to kill yourself, or wanting to starve yourself, or wanting to hurt yourself? How do you talk about that? And even if you're not in the midst of the worst of it, how do you bring that up? And so for me, I just have found that regardless of the fact that it's uncomfortable, it's so important to talk about. And it's so important to bring attention to the fact that normal people that don't have a million followers, that don't have a huge platform to speak on, that don't feel like their opinions matter. Normal people have really serious problems that they have to go through every day. A year ago, I was completely lost. I had amazing friends, but no connection to them because I wasn't even really there mentally. No connection to my family, and no connection to my boyfriend at the time. I think the reason that it's so important to talk about, especially after you've come out of it, is so that people can see that for even those out there who maybe aren't making a lot of money or aren't successful in their eyes, maybe even for those people there's hope. And there is. I have never felt more hopeful in my entire life than I do today. And I could say that yesterday, and I could say that the day before. Every day is a new chance for me to be thankful for the things that I've been given. My life is so different from a year ago. I have a husband, which I honestly, like, I can't even fathom the fact that I am here right now when exactly a year ago to this month, I was just getting out of the hospital after 10 days of being inpatient. 10 days of not being able to leave a mental institution because I was so lost. I can say now that my ex-boyfriend still lives with my husband and I, and he's my best friend. And his sweet little puppy, you can't really see her, but she's sitting back there in that chair, and she's my best friend. And I've been given so many people that have just pulled me out of this rut. I've been given so many chances to just try again, and I still have days. I had a day a couple days ago where everything felt like it was going wrong, and everything felt like I was doing everything wrong. I just kind of was hating on myself and being mean to myself. It's an incredible feeling to know that even in moments like that, you still have people who are like, girl, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. Things are gonna turn around for you. Maybe today doesn't feel like the best day ever, but it can be. It always can be. Even on the shitty days, it can always end up being the best day ever. It is a shitty moment, not a shitty day, not a shitty life. If anyone is interested, I highly doubt, like, I don't say this to be mean to myself. This is just the truth. I highly doubt that anyone's going to respond to this, or that anyone's going to really even see this. Maybe, like, my cousins will, or, you know, someone really close to me might watch this after I've edited it and uploaded it. But if anyone wants to know anything that I've been through with my weight loss journey, my eating disorder, which that is hard for me to say, y'all. Like, those 2 words are hard for me to say. So that would be a hard video to make, but I'm happy to do it if there's anyone out there who's interested. And I may do it just for myself, because it feels good to talk about sometimes, even though it's hard. If you want to know about my vegan diet, how me and my husband stay vegan, how we cook every night, like the things that we cook. If you want to see guided yoga meditation videos, other get readies with me where I actually like fully do my makeup, anything like that. If you're interested in seeing any more from me, I would really appreciate just leaving like a thumbs up or a comment or anything. Any encouragement is hugely helpful. But like I've said, this is really just for me and for my husband, maybe for my future kids, so they can look back and see who I was at this time in my life. For right now, I'm happy with where I am. My cat just woke up, so I'm gonna go hang out with her, my little baby, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.